Hello and welcome. I'm Catherine Mayfair, and in this video I'll be helping you put together Swing Your Cares Away workshop. In this section of the video we'll be working on the ropes and the tassels that hold the swing seat up. The corded tassels will run through the seat base and the arms. You'll need to pierce them again with an awl or drill bit to remove any build-up of paint. The kit has two lengths of twisted braid, each approximately 25 centimetres long. One end of the braid is knotted firmly, the other has a fine loop. This is the end that we'll need to insert a fine length of wire. This will aid threading the beads onto the braid and the braid through the holes of the seat and the chair arms. To make the tassel on the end of the braid, we will be working over the knot. I've trimmed and unraveled some of the thread that hangs below the knot. This will start off the tassel. In the pink thread that's in the kit, I'm winding it around one of my fingers around 20 times. Then ease it from your fingertip and tie it off with a length of thread that passes through the loop, tying the loop into a bundle. The thread should be around 10 centimetres long, giving yourself something to hold while you work and tie it together. Then tie the loop group of threads to the braid length just above the knot. Spread the loop out to encase the knot evenly. When you are happy with the arrangement, add a small amount of glue to the knot and push the loops neatly in place. Trim the other end of the tassel loops with small sharp scissors to a length of around 1 centimetre long. Holding the knotted end, pinch the cut end with your fingers and gently jiggle the threads. This will help to disperse them and give them more volume. Lightly running a blunt tool over the cut threads also will fluff them up. Using the wire at the other end of the braid, thread one blue bead, one larger pink bead and one blue bead. Move them down the braid to sit on the top of the tassel. Now we're ready to thread the swing rope braid. Pass the wire and needle up from below the base through the front lower hole, pulling the braid gently until the bead and the tassel rest against the swing base. Thread a pink small bead on the needle, then pass the needle through the adjacent top hole, suspending the pink bead between the two holes. Thread on one blue bead and one pink bead, then thread the outer hole of the swing arm onto the needle and bead length. Remembering to place the swing arm right side up. The notch on the arm sits against the swing back seat. The round end sits to the front. Then add on one blue, two pink beads, one blue, then two more pink onto the braid cord. And slide the wire needle through the back hole of this swing arm. Then add on one blue bead and one pink bead before passing the needle through the top hole of the back seat base. Then add one pink bead. Oops, I've added a blue one. My mistake. Too focused trying to thread the needle and missed the colour match. And then pass the needle through the lower back swing hole base. The last three beads to be added to the cord will be a blue bead, one large pink bead and one blue bead to end. To calculate the right swing length cord, place a ruler at the bottom of the swing seat base and measure up 11.5. This is the halfway point. Then measure back down 11.5 to under the seat on the second side. While keeping the measurement correct, slide the beads up to push against the underside of the seat. Carefully glue the beads in place without losing the measurement of the cord. Glue the beads so that the armrest is suspended 1.5 centimetres from the base or seat. Checking that the second side of the arm matches this. When the beads are thoroughly dry, we can move on to tying the second tassel. Using the thread provided, tie a slip knot over the cord. This will help secure the last bead and also tie on our second tassel. I've trimmed my braid length down to around 2 centimetres and have started to fray the end of the braids. Again, I'm using the tip of my finger to wrap around 20 lengths of the pink cotton to form the second tassel end. Pass the thread that's already secured onto the tassel through the loops and pull in tight and secure with a knot. As we did previously, arrange the threads around the cord, adding a little bit of glue into the centre to hold it all in place. Trim away the excess length of the tassel before you start to fluff it out again as we did previously, twisting it and holding it in our fingers as we shake the end. A final step is to trim the tassels so they match in length. Then we can move on and repeat the steps again to do the second side.